Morning everyone, it's Cassie. I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to Frostpunk 2. Something's happening over here. Where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? There it is. Rallying Faith Keepers propose ideas. Steward, the Faith Keepers have extended their rallies to a new district. During the most recent event, they announced an idea regarding parenthood. They drafted a new law on their own dedicated motherhood and now present it to the city. We've done the work. All the steward has to do is put the law to a vote. They call on you to pledge your support for the law. Pledge to pass dedicated motherhood. We will pass this law as soon as possible. I don't know what this law is. We can act on these ideas later if necessary. Okay, so let's see if we can take a look at the dedicated motherhood law, because it sounds a whole lot like it's going to pull mothers out of women who bear children will be permanently spared from other duties and be able to concentrate on raising them. Population growth is increased. Percentage of active workers is slightly decreased. Okay, population growth is good, but how much is the active workforce going to decrease? The Faith Keepers want this, though. It's not something that's coming up as an objective, so I'm going to skip it. Research and construct generator surplus injectors. Looks like research is done, so I should build it. I can't yet. I need 300 heat stamps. We're getting close. I don't understand the trouble we're having with Squalor. We have a lot of materials. We have enough materials, in theory, to be taking care of it. Oh, I need to do this with prefabs? Why with prefabs? I thought materials were for... And that means I need prefabs. I believe what I have here is mostly materials and is not prefabs at all. This one looks like prefabs, but it is materials, and that I hate. It's very misleading. We have an expedition out. I'm hoping that they can find and bring back some prefabs. We have a second colony over here, but that colony is not bringing us prefabs. It was bringing us materials, and now they are out. So times are tough. I'm glad people are on the mend, though. That's pretty nice. We found a whale colony that's feeding the old dreadnought, and we have a fishing colony that's feeding the New Londoners. I want to research something. Oh, I've got enough heat stamps now to make this thing. No, I need cores. How do I get cores? I found 3 cores. I need another core. In the last game you can manufacture them, but I haven't yet found a way to do that in this game. They are so nearly there. Oh, and I also should be able to... Okay. Up here there was an expedition to bring back the rest of these people to New London. Yeah, let's do that. The Frozen Sea Expedition. Partially frozen water as far as the eye can see. Some people tried to cross it on foot years ago in search of a fabled promised land. Their story continues to inspire countless tales and legends. We have found nomad exiles. These people are shunned by other nomads. They're tight-lipped about exactly what happened. They're willing to integrate with our community if we let them start a fresh life in New London. Take them in is 1,331 Frostlanders added. Or fishing trawler. A fishing trawler with a full catch is locked on ice. A logbook in the hold suggests the vessel originally hailed from somewhere called Canada, but we have no idea where it's been since. The catch may still be edible if the people of New London have strong stomachs. Take the catch is plus 75,000 food stockpile, but disease is significantly increased. Let's start with taking the exiles in. What are you? Crashed transport. An old coal-hauling crawler half buried in snow. It appears the transport's navigation devices were tampered with and its charts were inaccurate. Graffiti has been etched into one side, New London leeches. Regardless of what happened here, the coal is ours for the taking. Collect the coal is plus 50,000 coal stockpile, which we're not using anymore. We're using oil now. So we can come back later to that. We have oil down here. A tanker filled with oil hangs in a narrow crevice. It will be dangerous to extract without specialized equipment. Send regular workers. Increases your output of oil by constructing extraction districts, conducting research, and charting the Frostland. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so it's basically saying you can set up a port here, it looks like. Or come back later. Because we can't send mountaineers until we have an operational scouts headquarters building. We could potentially... The Howling Shore is dangerous, mountains deadly, High Pass dangerous, mountains deadly, the Gorge dangerous, Highlands dangerous, mountains dangerous, Meadow dangerous, cool, and the Graveyard safe. Let's launch an expedition to the Graveyard. Okay. We need cores. I need to find a way to make cores. I lost my cursor again. Is there something in my research menu? Factories. Salvaging factory. Okay. Or mechanical factory. Large facility using semi-automated machinery to produce construction prefabs and domestic goods with streamlined workforce. Well, I mean, we do need goods. If I don't make goods, the people are going to kill me. They are not happy. They're not going to kill me, but they might. Repairing a watch. Cool. Imagine a society built on technological advancement, on one-upping inventions, on pushing the boundaries of mechanical knowledge. One day, we could not only rebuild automations, but improve their design. Make ones more suited to our needs, ones that never break down. Oh, even as one as small as a watch. I could be living in a city that pioneers these efforts one day. The city has made steps toward the progress cornerstone. That's cool. I don't know what I did to get to that, but I'll take it. People are freezing, so when we are done researching whatever it is we're researching for this mission, I also think we should research home insulation upgrades. It's gonna get colder here real quick. Thankfully, this food district, though it is hurting, it's going to be fine because we have a big surplus of food. Our food hub is full, our stockpile. Can I build another one? Needs 80 heat stamps and 50 prefabs. I'm a little reluctant to let go of the prefabs, but we do need it. At least everyone is well fed, if cold. It is 6 a.m. And the house smells amazing. I'm making apple butter, and you have to make it overnight. It takes a real long time for the apples to break down. But the house smells delicious. It's been going for maybe 11 hours. You probably don't care about that, and that's fine. Hunger is absent, disease is minor, cold is notable and growing, squalor is notable but stable, crime notable and growing. I'm really having a hard time figuring out what to do about crime. I just need to be researching more things with a greater frequency. The evolvers are back to really not liking us, and I don't know what I did to them. Okay, deep melting drill is researched. Let's see if we can get to factories. Do we want to do salvaging? Requires 400 workforce, 300, 1010, 4060, 4040. Disease is slightly increased. Squalor is slightly increased. 20 heat demand, 40 heat demand. I think we'll go with the salvaging factory. Hello, what are you? Tension. Okay, I've been looking for a tension indicator this whole time. Now I'm gonna accidentally on it. Cool.
Frostpunk.
Coughing fits from heat recycling. Steward, we've noticed a rise in chronic lung conditions after we started pumping recycled heat into our housing districts. Doctors suspect fumes from the industrial plants where the heat originates leak into people's homes. If this goes on, it can lead to bronchitis and even death, especially among the weakened and the elderly, says one physician. If we could install filters to block the fumes, but this would reduce the amount of heat we recycle. What do you say? Install filters. We must care for the weak, even if it reduces how much heat we recycle. Heat recycling is less effective at increasing heat output. Relations slightly worsen with the Frostlanders and the Evolvers. Or power through. Less heat would put the whole city at risk, not just the weak. Heat recycling increases disease. Relations improve with the Frostlanders and the Evolvers. I'm going to install filters. The Frostlanders and the Evolvers can deal with it. The Frostlanders like us quite a lot. The Evolvers have not liked us this whole time, so it's fine. Okay, what's happening down here? I can propose a law. Okay. Based on availability, the city will ensure that all citizens are provided with what they need to survive for free, including basic rations and clothing. Trust rises. Or paid essentials. To foster responsibility and reward work, citizens will be charged a small fee in exchange for the essentials, such as basic rations and clothing. Production efficiency slightly increased. Heat stamp income per capita is slightly increased. I don't know. I'll think about it. Guard enforcers. The steward may deploy squads of well-trained, well-equipped guards to put down disruptions and otherwise keep the peace. Unlocks the Quell the Protest district ability, which ends protests using guard squads. Or also, I guess, unlocks the Mobilize Watchtower Squads district ability, which orders watchtowers to field specialized guard squads instead of fighting petty crime. Oh, the people want this. Let's go with that. I don't even need to negotiate it. I'm guessing those 6 people that didn't want it are the Evolvers, because they don't like me. They won't see me eye to eye on anything, or on very few things will they actually care and contribute.
Take note. A new rule enters into force.
Okay, so what did I need for the surplus injectors before we run out of time on that? Cores. Cassie?
Are you listening?
Faithkeepers' rally is expanded. Steward, empowered by your support, the Faithkeepers have extended their activities to a new district. Their members can be seen on every corner, and they now hold periodic rallies near this district's main hub as well. They ask again what they should focus on next to keep supporting the city. What should we say? Contribute more workforce, more heat stamps, hold evening prayers, or say nothing. Trust rises. 2 heat stamp outcome. Percentage of active workers is increased. I don't need active workers. I've got plenty of workforce. I'm going to say heat stamps. Oh, I see. I'm getting little markers for each district they persuade. Okay. I do have 10 Frostland teams that I could send out. I also have only 11% of this expedition going over here to go. So with 10 Frostland teams, what do I even want to do? Yikes, that's so ominous. And it is my fault. Like, they need insulated homes. Some of them need homes to begin with. Like, I have a need to fill like 60 or to build like 60 homes. Oops, that was the wrong button. We'll come back to that in 3%. What we need is prefabs and cores. Oof, and we're gonna need them quick. The weather is getting worse and worse. let's go check on, while we wait for that to finish, never mind. Let's check on the old Dreadnought and see how they're doing. Their heat's fine. They're doing great on heat. They have a surplus of houses, food's good, they need materials, and they need goods. But everybody needs goods. Okay. The Old Empire. The Imperial Freighter. The wreck of a mighty freighter marked with the colors of the Old Empire. It is the only wreck we see facing away from and not towards the coast. It seems to have collided with another vessel and partially sunk, but fortunately enough remains above the surface to be salvaged. An outpost here could increase our supply by 200 materials until its deposit of 2.4 million materials is depleted. We also have the Royal Navy. We located a wrecked ship lodged on its side encased in a massive block of ice. HMS Atalanta. Is that a typo? Barely legible on the left starboard hull. We were unable to get inside, but we found a jagged hole into the engine room. It was full of coal and not much else. The place made our scouts quite uneasy. We noticed that our compasses were behaving erratically in the vicinity of the wreck. Best to not linger here. Take the coal. Is 5 Frostlands teams but 50,000 coal stockpile or come back later. Let's do the Imperial Freighter. Do I have to put down a... Yeah, okay. They need materials more than New London needs materials right now. "161 froze to death. 64 recently beaten and mugged." Calm down. Spencer Young, 22, pipe fitter. Installing a filter between a heat pipe and a machine's exhaust. Done, he says. God, what a moronic waste. Those weak-hearted fools that have made us spoil the system with filters. And for what? So some geezer can wheeze along for a few more years. So a consumptive brat can suck up resources till the inevitable occurs. If they're to die, let them get on with it. Life sustained by machines is not worth living. You amended the heat recycling law to impose filters. Yes, I did. If he wants to be cranky about it, that's fine, but people are living, and he shouldn't wish them dead. What a weirdo. Alright, we gotta find cores. Back to it. We have 10 Frostland teams because we have some who are down here doing work. And let's check out the gorge. Can I not check out the gorge? Oh, it requires 20 Frostland teams. Salvaging factory. New building proposed by the Frostlanders. Okay, I can make this. It needs 90 prefabs. That's pretty much all of our prefabs, but it will make prefabs 10 per week. And right now we don't have anything that's making prefabs, so I'm cool with it. Where can I put it? Nowhere, it seems like. Is there information on where it can be placed? No? It kind of seems like a lot of my camps already have buildings. Oh, I have to frostbreak to here. And frostbreaking does not cost prefabs, it does cost materials. Yeah. trying to see if I can place a factory and make some cores and some goods. Not cores, prefabs. Oh, this has an empty building slot, but it is deactivated. This has an empty building slot. Why can't I place a salvaging factory in it? Tricky. Let me expand you. Oh, that costs prefabs too. Oh, painful. I'm gonna find myself in the same bind I found myself in the prologue, which is I'm gonna run out of prefabs. Yikes. I still don't have 10 Frostlands teams. Why? I think we can stop this camp for a bit. Okay, now I do. And we'll see what's going on at the gorge. Mama needs prefabs and of course.
Incoming. Ignore at your peril.
I might have made a poor decision by expanding out this district. I didn't really need more materials and I needed the prefabs, and I had an assumption that I would be able to place a building if I expanded, but by expanding I also reduced the number of prefabs I had available to a level below that which I can use to build. Let's see what we've got going on in here. Prefabs factories. Remolded prefabs factories. Resource efficient factory for recovering and processing old and discarded construction prefabs into new ones. Or standardized prefabs factory. Factory using advanced machinery and industrial process to manufacture construction prefabs with a limited workforce. 300 workforce, 400. 20 prefabs plus on both. 70 materials requirement on both. Squalor is increased or disease is increased. 10 heat demand, 20 heat demand. This is tough. The Frostlanders and the Evolvers always agree, and the Faith Keepers and the New Londoners pretty much always agree. Right now, squalor is worse than disease, so I'm going to do that. Squalor also needs prefabs. Spencer Cohn, 52, foreman, back from the city shore inspecting his weekly allocation. Let's see, a bar of soap smells like shit, a hemp undervest, itchy by the sheer look of it. Sucks I couldn't get new socks, ran out of allocation bollocks. What's the point of being a foreman if I get the same allocation as the line workers? Maybe if I slip the clerk a handful of heat stamps, he'll find a pair of fresh socks lying around and some better smelling soap, maybe. The lack of a law regulating basic necessities is causing tension to rise throughout the city. We do have that. It's free. Free necessities. The Faith Keepers still really love us, but everyone else is kind of liking us less. Most notably the evolvers. They are very red toward us.
Please give the right of way to frost-breaking teams in transit.
Yeah, I should have researched insulated homes because the cold is catastrophic. How are we doing at the old dreadnought? They seem okay. They have enough houses. They don't have enough materials, but they have plenty of food. They seem to be doing just fine. What's going on here? Is this almost empty? Food remaining 12.6 thousand. That's not bad. Stop pressing that. Okay, I'm not too worried about the people that are freezing to death. Like, it sucks, don't get me wrong. Let's mourn them. But we still have plenty of workforce. We have plenty of heat stamps. We still need 66 houses. That's crazy. Okay, this is empty. I'm trying to decide whether there's anything I can do with it or if I should take it down. Taking it down will give me prefabs. I'm going to take it down. With the prefabs that I get, I'll put in a prefab factory, and with that, hopefully I'll put in a prefab factory, we'll see. I will be able to, or a regular factory. I'll be able to regularly increase the amount of prefabs that I have, and with those then I can do things. Basic necessities, here we go again. Steward, some of our stores are running low on essential supplies such as basic hygiene products or ordinary clothing. It seems that the better off people are offering to pay to get more than they are allocated. Some people are willing to pay me to get more stuff, or better stuff. I'd be foolish to say no, wouldn't I? Show me the law that says I can't, says an anonymous store manager. People are growing agitated by the state of affairs. Shouldn't we set common rules for everyone? The persistent lack of a law regulating basic necessities is causing tensions to rise even further. Commit to resolving the issue. I'll have 30 weeks to pass either free essentials or paid essentials, or dismiss the problem. Relations slightly worsen with all communities. I guess I'm going to resolve this. Okay, I thought I was using free essentials, but I guess I wasn't. Support supported by the Faithkeepers, supported by the Evolvers. Yeah, that figures. I'm gonna go with free essentials. I do have to negotiate this, though. Okay. If I build this, what do the Frostlanders want? Moss filtration towers, which we haven't researched. Bio-waste hothouse. Ew. Or using a community action to fund projects. Can I... What do the New Londoners want if I negotiate with them? The synthetic composites factory. Advanced blasting coal mine, which we don't need because we're not using coal anymore, or using community action to fund their projects. I don't know how to do that. Well, I'll figure it out and I'll do it for the Frostlanders. Okay, let's vote, please. I like this method of voting. Light a candle. It's so chill. Basic necessities law has been regulated. You kept your promise and avoided unnecessary chaos in the city. Look, tension is high. Oof.
Attention, citizens. A new law is in...
Oh, that was easy. Frostlanders' demands met. The Frostlanders are delighted you kept your word. They now look upon your rule more positively and consider you a leader with integrity. Relations with Frostlanders approved. Trust rises. We need heat very badly. Here in New London. Okay, there are the prefabs that I needed, so let's see about building a factory. No? Really? Where can I build this? This is stressful. What is the requirement I'm not meeting here? The extraction district has 2 empty building slots where I'm trying to put this. What exactly is needed? 400 workforce, done. 180 heat stamps, 90 prefabs, done. I got nothing. I don't know if it needs like an empty square. I don't think that's a thing. Maybe let's try it. No, I can't. I still can't put this anywhere. Wild. I don't get it. I truly do not understand. I'll have to look this up.
collection
Okay.
at your assigned city warehouse.
I think I get it. Oh man, now I'm back under on prefabs though. So how many empty buildings can I take down? Okay. And I'm gonna need the prefabs anyway because I've got buildings that are breaking. All kinds of them, in fact. This is a housing district that's totally broken. It's shut down. Okay, let's see if we can research warmer houses. Housing insulation. Asbestos lining, the evolvers, and the New London. Wow, 3 of the 4 groups agree with this idea. What do the Frostlanders want? That was the Frostlanders. Everyone agrees. Okay. Wow. That's a first. Okay. This should work. Once I've gotten this done, I should be able to put down a salvaging factory. And I also need to get these things going. Oh, these only need materials? I mean, if they don't need... Oh, they do need prefabs. Okay. Is that done now? Alright. Cool, we'll have our factory going. We need heat desperately. Oof. Sally Pierce, 29, barmaid, tired and frustrated. Another 10-hour shift. I'd kill for a little shut-eye. I can't, though. Told the lads I'd go inspect the heat pipes with them. Then there's all this scout gear I promised to stitch up. I mean, she's doing this to herself, let's be real. Really wish everyone pulled their weight like Brick and Dick over there. What do these wankers do for the community, really, besides propping up the bar while we slave away? Maybe I ought to stop serving them. No responsibilities, no ale. Or maybe just, like, understand your limitations. Do the job you're assigned to do. Like, people are asking them to sew up their gear. She doesn't have to say yes to that. The lack of a law regulating community service is causing tensions to rise through the city. Expedition support. We have in here, everyone must aid expeditions by helping them prepare for their journeys. Exploration time is slightly decreased, supported by the Frostlanders and the Evolvers. Wow, there are a lot of things going on in here. City development effort. Everyone must support the production of prefabs to help expansion of the city. Main district produces a small amount of prefabs. Heat pipe watch. Everyone must inspect the heat pipes in their places of residence, spotting and fixing minor heat leakages around the city, supported by the Faith Keepers. Heat demand is decreased. Or service exemptions. Everyone must volunteer their time outside the city to work as needed unless they purchase an exemption from the city. Heat stamp income per capita slightly increased. What do people most want? Expedition support. What do I most want? Prefabs. 30 people against, and 32 people for, and 38 people hesitant. Seems like negotiation time. I think we last negotiated with the Frostlanders. No, we may have negotiated with the New Londoners. I'll take a look. They want a refurbishing goods factory, which we don't yet have. We'd have to research dust coal mine or carrion coal liquefactor And what do the New Londoners want? Calibrated goods factory. Grant agenda. Let the New Londoners choose the next law to be voted on in this council. Or deep melting drill. We need a deep melting drill anyway, so I will say that. That didn't help very much, but let's go to vote anyway. Uh-oh. It's stalled. Okay.
Have it.
Okay. Oh good, I've got a lot of prefabs. Deep melting drill. Can I not put this in here? Where am I supposed to put it?
Your council has voted.
For surplus injectors, I still need cores. Maybe that's why I can't build a deep melting drill. Maybe the deep melting drill needs to go somewhere else? Oh, here. Okay. Cool. And we should have... Okay, goods are looking way better. Housing still looks bad. And we should be getting prefabs on the regular now, which is great. And we also have some exploration done. Winterhome Bridge. The remains of an old bridge leading to Winterhome. An ominous sign hangs from the nearest side. Only death lies beyond. Whether it was left by would-be jokers or superstitious scouts is unclear. I see. Nothing to do there, just like a waypoint. And weather station. This outpost once predicted temperature drops for Winterhome. The peak is visible for miles around, the ideal place for a beacon to help travelers reach New London, increases population growth. I can connect to the gorge, but that doesn't help me if I can't connect to... There we go. Okay, we're building a deep melting drill, and we need... to think about ending for the day, but also... surplus injectors. So we still need cores. Thank you to the New Londoners for liking me. I see I did a good thing for you. I'm pleased. Oh, and we have... I think I want to send out another expedition, if I can. I can't just yet. I guess I'll have to wait till the path is done. I don't know why my inclination is to press escape. That's never gotten me off the expedition map in any of these games. Okay, we have 15 Frostlands teams and we need 20. Where did the other 5 go? I don't even know what that is. What is that there? Who could say? We have a food source up there that we don't need yet, but we will need to think about once this one over here is empty. Oh, it might be empty. It looks like just a waypoint now. Maybe that's what that was. We're doing alright on, whatchamacallits, prefabs.
Report all leaks and damages to the nearest maintenance office.
So let's see about repairing some stuff. That helped a lot with houses, but didn't fully resolve the issue. Okay. I'll have an eye on it. I have 15 Frostland teams. I need 20 to send out someone. Oh, tension's dropping. That's good. I think that's because we're doing better on goods. We still need heat like crazy though. That helped a little. The asbestos lining in the houses looked pretty good. Okay. 242 attracted by rallies. Nice.
Steward.
Faithkeeper's rallies expanded again. Okay, they ask again what they should focus on next to keep supporting the city. More workforce, heat stamps, evening prayers, or say nothing. I'm gonna go with evening prayers here. Trust increases what the average citizen thinks about you and how much they respect your rule. These two over here are doing heat stamps, so they can do trust. Do you remember at the beginning of the game when I said I don't need to worry about workforce? That was because I had about 2,300 freed up workers, and now I've got 150. What happened? I'd say in total about 1,000 people froze to death. So maybe that was a big part of it, but it seems like maybe too big a part of it. Okay, what else can we research? I need to make cores. Composites. What will you make? Manufacturing facility where a mix of crude oil and materials is processed and remolded into new ones. Makes 300 materials. Oops, I didn't mean to completely exit the research menu. New work model. The Faithkeepers have a radical idea. Machine attendants. Machines will take over the burden of work from humans. Workplaces will be optimized for machines with workers relegated to maintenance roles. Workforce requirement is significantly decreased. But only 14% of the city likes this, and it's just the Faithkeepers. So I don't know about that. Could regulate procreation. Housing block, what's yours? Subsidized housing. Dense housing. Housing block. Housing block. Residential towers, providing compact shelter with low sanitation to the masses. Functional shelter with basic amenities to workers and their families. Shelter to a large number of citizens in a limited amount of space. Okay, I feel great about the amount of prefabs that we have now. I feel a lot better about that than I do about other things, but I thought we had 3 cores. You have income per week on here, but where do you get cores? Okay, but I do need to think about ending for the day. So here's where we're going to call it. This is getting a little challenging. I'm worried that I'm not going to get enough cores in time to put down this surplus injector that we need. So, you know, we might have to repeat chapter 2. We'll see. But yeah, so I guess we'll see what's next.
Seniors, remember, our dutiful youth are eager to help however needed.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will